I just walked through a brand new home in Buckeye, Arizona. Mountainside community, 12 floor plans, and incentives that most people in the West Valley haven't heard about yet. But I'm going to walk you through every room, explain the numbers, and give you the exact roadmap on how a first-time home buyer actually purchases a home like this from start to finish. If you've been thinking about buying and you don't know where to start, stay with me. This one is for you. Let me orient you first, because location matters here more than most communities. We're in Buckeye, Arizona. If you've ever seen videos on Verrado, you know this area. Same spot, right off the I-10 exit on Verrado Way, right off McDowell, 5 minutes from the I-10. But what makes this specific community different from anything else on that stretch is this. Those are the white tank foothills. You're not looking at mountains in the distance, you're living at the base of them. And depending on which lot you're on, you're either looking directly at the mountain face or you're at an elevated vantage point where you can see the Estrella Mountains in one direction and open Buckeye skyline in the other. This community at completion will have just over 2,000 homes. Right now, it's about 20% built out, so you're still getting in relatively early. The bones of what this place become are already visible, and what it's becoming is something the West Valley hasn't really had before. 12 floor plans are available, 2 collections. I'll walk you through both. The entry-level collection starts at 1,456 square feet. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 2 gardens. The top end of the lineup reaches 3,549 square feet with up to 5 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, and a 4-car garage. Single-story and 2-story options are available. Pricing starts at $469,000 on base floor plans, but keep in mind that number can vary, so make sure you look into it or contact someone before you start planning. 12 floor plans are available, 2 collections. I'll walk you through both. The entry-level collection starts at 1,456 square feet. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 2 gardens. The top end of the lineup reaches 3,549 square feet with up to 5 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, and a 4-car garage. Single-story and 2-story options are available. Pricing starts at $469,000 on base floor plans, but keep in mind that number can vary, so make sure you look into it or contact someone before you start planning. Stepping inside here, this is going to be your base model home right here. Check this out. All right, first thing right here on your left, you got a bedroom. In here, you got a bathroom and another bedroom. Perfect for guests. Coming down here on your right here, this is going to be a home office, which can be used as another bedroom. Bathroom, that's where your garage is going to be, 2-car garage. Coming over here on your left, laundry room. On your right, closet. Coming in here, this is your open concept kitchen, living room, great room, dining room, whatever you want to call it. Living room, your kitchen, new appliances, you can get those if you sign with me. Dining room right here, and you can see your backyard right here. We'll get to that in just a second. This is your primary suite right here. Bedroom, bathroom, dual vanity right here, closet, your bathroom. Look at the size of this closet right here. Let me show you your backyard out here. I want to take a moment to emphasize how close you are to absolutely everything going on here. But first, take a look at this backyard. Look how nice this looks. Now over here, if you look way far out there, you can see that big building right there. That is the Odyssey Preparatory Academy. That's where I went to elementary school, and it's walking distance from here. So if you've got a kid on the way, maybe that's where they'll go to elementary school too. Coming over here, you can see way out in the distance there, that's going to be the new Verrado Marketplace. There's going to be a Fry's, a Safeway, a Ross, a Marshall's, and the new Harkins coming out there. Everything is walking distance from here. Stop here for a second. This is a part of the tour most people walk past, and it's the part that's going to affect your monthly cost for as long as you own this home. This builder uses spray foam insulation, not the standard fiberglass bats, spray foam. In Arizona, this isn't a minor upgrade. Spray foam expands and seals the entire building envelope. Every gap, every penetration, every junction point. Fiberglass leaves gaps. Gaps in Arizona mean heat transfer. Heat transfer means your HVAC is fighting a losing battle every summer afternoon. They also use thermal mass concrete in the building system, dense materials that absorb cooler nighttime temperatures and release them slowly during the day. Combined with spray foam, this is a meaningfully different building system than a standard production home. Every home in this community has a certified HERS score. HERS is the Home Energy Rating System. It's the industry standard for measuring energy efficiency, and the scale works like golf. Lower is better. The national baseline for a new home is 100. An older resale home typically has scores of 130 or above. These floor plans score between 38 and 41, 60% more efficient than the standard baseline. That number is not marketing language. It's a third-party certified measurement, and it shows up in your utility bill every month. And here's what makes this particular builder different from everyone else that I've covered in the West Valley. They don't just build an efficient home and hand you the keys. They have a program where they calculate the expected energy usage for your specific floor plan based on your square footage, your HVAC system, your orientation, and they put a number on it. If your heating and cooling costs come in above that guaranteed amount, they will reimburse you 100%. I've not seen this offered by any other builder in this market. It is a genuine differentiator. When you're looking at homes that start at $469,000 and runs a Phoenix summer at this efficiency level, that guarantee is real money. And this home itself is covered by a 1, 2, 10 transferable warranty. 1 year on workmanship, 2 years on mechanical systems, your HVAC, plumbing, and electrical, and 10 years on major structural elements. If you already know you want to see this community in person, text KEYS to 602-774-0178, and I'll help you take it from there. We'll get you pre-qualified, show you these houses, as well as others that may be more your style. Whether you think you can or can't get into a house in 2026, you're right. So before you click away, contact me and we'll see what your options are, because they're likely better than you think. Back to the video. Moving into the more prestigious collection here. This one, I'll be honest, is not for the first-time home buyers. But if you've been living in your house for the past 5 to 6 years, you've likely built enough equity to afford this house. Right here is a home office. This can be a bedroom too if you want it. Bathroom right here, closet. Here is your open concept area right here, your great room. You have your kitchen back there, your living room, and your dining room. Really good views over here. Let me walk down over here. This is gonna be your 4-car garage over here, pantry right here. And now let me show you the upstairs before we go to the backyard. Coming up here, this is gonna be your second floor right here. You got a nice living area right here. If you come with me over here, I'll show you right here. This is your master suite right here. Bedroom, dual vanity, standing shower, large walk-in closet right here. Bedroom over here with a walk-in closet. And over here, you've got a secondary suite. Bedroom, walk-in closet right here. And check out this bathroom right here. That's your backyard here. You got a much more spacious backyard in here than you did in that last one. You have a fire pit and a grill. And again, look at the view. Let's talk about how you actually buy one of these homes. New construction is a different process than buying a resale, and most first-time home buyers don't learn that until they're already in the middle of it. Step 1, pre-qualification. This is where you start, before anything else. Pre-qualification is a conversation with a lender where you share your income, your debts, your credit picture, and they can give you a realistic price range. It's not a commitment, it's a compass. It tells you where you actually stand before you spend time touring homes that are out of your reach, or before you talk yourself out of homes that are well within your reach. We work with lenders who specialize in this market, and getting pre-qualified is fast. If you don't have a lender, I can point you in the right direction. Step 2, have an agent registered before your first visit to any community. This applies to every new construction community you visit, not just this one. Builder sales reps work for the builder. They are not your advocate. They are paid to sell you a home at the highest price the market will bear. Having an agent registered as your representative present on your first visit costs you nothing as the buyer. The builder pays the agent commission. What it gets you is someone whose job is to represent your interest instead of the builder. You'll notice on the front door of most model homes, it says your agent must be with you on your first visit. That policy exists for a reason, and it protects you. If you walk in unregistered, many builders will not allow an agent to represent you on that transaction afterward. Step 3, select your floor plan, lot, and structural application. Step 3, select your floor plan, lot, and structural options. Once you're pre-qualified and you've toured with your agent, you sit down with the builder's sales team and make the big structural decisions. Which floor plan, which lot, which structural modifications, extra bedroom, extended patio, morning kitchen, whatever applies. These are baked into the build, and they can't be changed later. This is also where lot selection matters most. A lot with a mountain view or elevated city view carries a premium in this community. Know your number before you sit down. Step 4, earnest money. New construction earnest money is typically higher than resale, usually in the range of 1 to 3% of the purchase price. On a $530,000 home, that could be $5,000 to $15,000. This amount is applied toward your purchase at close, and it is not lost money. But it is at risk if you exit a contract without a covered reason. Don't commit until you're sure. Step 5, the build and the portal. If you're buying a to-be-built home, not a spec, your timeline is roughly 6 to 10 months, depending on the plan and the community's current pace. This builder has a platform where you can track your build progress in real time. Photos, schedule, updates, milestones. If you're ever worried about what's actually happening to your home during construction, that portal is your answer. Step 6, the design center. A few weeks after signing your contract, you'll visit the design center. This is where you select finishes, flooring, countertops, cabinets, fixtures, and hardware. You've given a base allowance and you can upgrade above it at your cost. This is where people can spend a lot of money quickly if they're not disciplined. I'll help you think through what's worth upgrading and what's not before you go in, because decisions made in a beautiful showroom with a design consultant are not always the same decisions you'd make with a spreadsheet. Step 7, rate lock and close. For new construction, your interest rate is typically locked 60 to 90 days before your closing date, not at contract signing, which means the rate you pay depends on where the market is in those final weeks. This is the primary financing risk in new construction, and it's something to manage with your lender proactively. Your lender should be giving you a rate lock strategy, not waiting to figure it out at the end. Now let's talk about the incentives that this community is currently offering, because this changes, sometimes even monthly. And what I'm telling you right now reflects what's active at the time that I filmed this. Currently, this builder is offering a fixed 4.5% interest rate on 30-year FHA loans and a fixed 4.99% rate on 30-year conventional loans. They're also currently offering half off of your first $30,000 spent at the design studio. Again, these incentives are subject to change, so make sure you contact me if you'd like to know the up-to-date incentives. What is not going away, however, is the Energy Guarantee Program. It's a permanent part of how this builder operates and not a promotional incentive. In addition, the 1 to 10 warranty is standard on every home. Those two stay regardless of what promotional offers come and go. If you're watching this after the original post date, text KEYS to 602-774-0178 and I'll tell you exactly what's current. I want to address the one thing that stops first-time buyers from moving forward, the down payment. The most common belief is that you need 20% down. You do not. That is outdated and has kept a lot of people in rentals much longer than they needed to be. On a $469,000 home, a conventional loan at about 5% down is $23,500. An FHA loan at 3.5% down is approximately $16,400. Those are real numbers, not small, but not impossible. And Arizona makes them more accessible than most buyers realize. Arizona has a program called Home Plus, administered through the Arizona Department of Housing. It provides down payment assistance as a grant, not a loan, and it doesn't have to be repaid. Eligible buyers can receive 3 to 5% of the loan amount toward their down payment, depending on the tier they qualify for. There are income limits and credit score requirements, so not every buyer qualifies for the full amount. But many first-time buyers in the West Valley income range qualify for something. Pair an Arizona Home Plus grant with the current builder incentive, and your out-of-pocket number at closing can be meaningfully different from what the sticker price implies. If you want me to run your specific scenario, your income range, your credit, what programs you'd likely qualify for, text KEYS to 602-774-0178 and tell me a bit about your situation. I'll point you toward the right conversation. Here's what I want you to do. I'm a realtor. My job is to represent you, the buyer. And that representation costs you nothing. The builder pays the agent commission. My job is to make sure that this is the right home for you and that you can get into it with full information without overpaying and without going through a complex process alone. And if the community isn't the right fit, I'll tell you that directly and point you to somewhere that might be. Text KEYS to 602-774-0178. I'll take it from there. If this video gave you something useful, hit follow. I'm covering new construction communities across the entire West Valley. Every video is the full picture, the floor plans, the real numbers, things that other agents don't mention.
and the actual roadmap to buying. I'll see you in the next one.